What's good, YouTube? Gonna be doing a review right here of Chris Brown, Warm Embrace. It's an interesting track because it has a weird type of beat. It has a different type of beat, not the usual R&B beat that I would listen to. It has a very weird sound with a different pitch as it's hitting the snare, what's usually the snare in the beat. But Chris Brown, I like the effects that go with the beat, the way he actually sounds, different type of choir effects in the background for his voice. The production actually uses different type of voices, manipulations for the way he sounds. So there's like the regular type of sound he usually sounds like, which is very good for sure. But at the same time, he has this type of sound where it has the choir effect on the background, multiple type of sounds like that. And it works well with his voice. I like what he's talking about. So it's definitely a good track. I like it. I like the beat, although I was expecting a different type of beat because it sounds very different. It sounds very different for sure. So a lot has been happening with Chris Brown because the discussion was overall the situation he was having, right? There was a situation with this female, this woman, that she was actually saying that Chris Brown assaulted her. I talked about this on the Capella Gray track with the other artist that was very good on that track also. Her feature was very good. So I did discuss the overall Chris Brown situation because he actually has a remix with Chris Brown, Capella Gray on the Gallus track. So at the same time, she was actually accusing him. This woman was accusing Chris Brown, right, of assault. But apparently that was actually fake because Chris Brown had evidence that she was saying that he was basically the best time she had and that she actually wanted to be with him, and she was sending him explicit pictures. So a lot of that news did gain the attention per usual when it comes to bad news gaining the attention compared to Chris Brown releasing music. Isn't it always interesting how that happens? These type of news come out while the music is about to come out. I don't know. Think about that. Think about that for a moment. Like, why does these type of news always come out as soon as music wants to come out as well? Very interesting. But at the same time, turned out to be fake. Turned out to be a lie. Chris Brown thankfully didn't have to go through something like that. And of course, we do know the past situations where, unfortunately, Chris Brown did do that when it came to Rihanna. But at the same time, Rihanna did have her part in the situation. It was unfortunate for both sides, but definitely for Rihanna, given that she's a woman. And that's sad. We understand that, but that's the past when it comes to that. And of course, Chris Brown has accepted what he did, and Rihanna has even accepted her part and all of that. So I'm not really discussing that. I'm just talking about the overall situation from now. We understand that side, and of course, just because that happened in the past doesn't mean automatically you gotta take word for word what a woman says right now for Chris Brown in the present, because it turned out to be a lie. You get what I'm trying to say? It turned out to be a lie. And that goes for every human. If a man says something and it turns out to be a lie, you understand that as well. So we don't have to get very detailed, very self-explanatory in that type of situation. We know what happened previously. But we're talking about the present, and what happened right there was not true. Evidence later on. So it's interesting to see what happened there, but at the same time, the music came out on Warm Embrace. I did like this track a lot. I just like the fact that the beat is very unusual, so I want to see what Chris Brown does with his latest project. Is it going to be different? I don't know. I mean, Indigo had so many tracks. I wasn't expecting that many tracks. A lot of great tracks. I think it was Emerald, one of my favorite ones. There was some of the deluxe tracks that were actually very good also that he added later on. So he had a lot of tracks though. So that album took me a lot of time to get actually through. But let's see what happens with this project. Let me know down below in the comment section overall your thoughts. It's going to be it.